It says here in 1 Peter chapter 2, it says in verse 4, as you come to him, this is Peter writing, the living stone, the living rock, rejected by men, but chosen by God and precious to him, you also, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. For in Scripture it says, and he quotes the prophecy, see, I lay a stone in Zion, a chosen and precious cornerstone, and the one who trusts in him will never be put to shame. Now to those who believe, this stone is precious, but to those who do not believe, this stone the builders rejected has become the capstone. Do you see in that moment in Matthew 16 that Jesus not only named Peter, he named his message, he named his life, he named his story. Steve's been talking about that lately. Only Jesus has the right to title the chapters of your life. We've discussed this a lot, in our community, how much that word impacts us. But it is the revelation of Jesus that has the impact to name not only you, but your story, your message, and the impact you will have on others. So for Peter, despite his failings, despite the fact that he denied Jesus, despite the fact that just a little bit after he says something really good, he says something really stupid, it could not overcome the revelation he had of Jesus. And he specifically points out in his letter, he goes back to it, and now Peter is multiplying this message. He's multiplying the revelation to the church, saying everything about you will be built on this revelation of the living stone. Capital S, stone, us, little s, stone. It's all based on him. He is the chief cornerstone. There is no other foundation than Christ. We lay any other foundation but him, it will fail. Unless the Lord builds a house, they labor in vain who build it, right? We know these scriptures. We are familiar with these passages. And yet, in our fleshly mindsets and our frustrations, it's easy to look at something else. But I'm calling us back to, just like in honor, the rededication. I'm calling you back today. There's revelations that you as the people of God have held in your heart for a long time. Let's encounter that fresh and new. Or maybe there's a brand new one. It's going to name you. It's going to name your story. It will literally be the defining thing over your life.